Hi, I'm Catherine Alexander, founder of Bridge to Partnership and the Coming Home Project. And I'm here to explain a little bit about what we mean when we talk about regenerative leadership. And I'm going to start with consciousness because consciousness is so important. Consciousness is everywhere, and we tend to think of it as something in our head or even outside our head. This big thing is consciousness. But when I talk about planetary consciousness, what I really am talking about is the embodied consciousness that the planet has, because consciousness is embodied. That's what is so magnificent about this place, is that everything that is alive here has consciousness. Consciousness is expressed in life. So consciousness and life are synonymous. They are a different form of the same thing. And everything loves to be alive. Being alive is a wonderful thing. And so love is the third component that is always present when you have consciousness and life. But it's the embodied part that we have forgotten about. We think about these intangible things, and they're somehow not us. They're outside of us in some kind of way, but they're truly not. Consciousness is part of your body. It is how you know things are true and right. And it is the way that consciousness expresses is through a physical form. So every physical form that's on the planet is conscious and is expressing in a particular way. That's magical, actually, when you really think about it deeply. So consciousness and life and love are all the same thing. And we need to begin to be in that same place, not to do something to it, not manipulate it, not try to make it better from the outside, but to be one with it. That's what we are all one actually means, that we are all the same consciousness, the same awareness that the planet has. And we're unique. So we bring our unique gifts, our unique talents, and our unique abilities to the pot in a potentially creative way. And we've sort of abdicated that spot. So it's important to understand and to really live into the consciousness that is the planet and begin to see and work with and understand how we are so interdependent, so needing of each other, and to begin to foster that relationship in a way that blossoms for all of us. If the life around us is happy and robust and vital, then chances are we are as well. When we're sick, it's because we pulled back from that engagement, from that oneness that we are, and holding ourselves separate allows us to manipulate ourselves in different ways. So the joy is to get back into relationship with all that is, to really feel and experience that connection, that sense of consciousness that is us, and how that permeates and interacts with the consciousness that is everything else. It's so interesting, isn't it? That one thing can have so many forms, that one thing can be dispersed in such an interesting way. But that's how it actually works. So regenerative leadership isn't about leading a bunch of different parts to do something that there's a mutual agreement on, or maybe even not. It's really about listening to how we can strengthen our interrelationships by being in right relationship with each other, how we can express the care for ourselves and for others in a way that's mutually beneficial. And that's a practice, it's an art. It's not something that is easy to do. It's taken the indigenous folks thousands of years to learn to work with the outward manifestations of life that we see all around us in a way that benefits both them and the life that they're working with and being with and living with. So that's a new thing that we need to remember to bring forward. So I would ask you, if you're on the earth and want to live with the earth, how are you giving back? What are the actions that you do on a daily basis that makes the other life on this planet thrive? That takes into context the needs for the health and the robust vitality of all the life around us. What do you do to ensure that that robustness and that vitality is something you will continue to experience because the life around you is expressing that? What is it that you do to give back to the planet? And how do you plan to continue doing that in the future? This is the shift. This is what regenerative leadership is about. It's very individual in some ways because each person needs to make this journey themselves and make this commitment themselves. And then together, we make it with all of us, not just the human forms, but all the rest of the life forms around us. Our actions become seated in the life we cherish and expressions of the life we cherish. It's dynamic, it's vital, it's spiritually rich. So it's a wonderful way to begin to reframe the life that you're currently living. So I encourage you to get in touch. Join us in the Coming Home Project, and you can connect with the Coming Home Project and with me personally on the website. We have classes and webinars that we're offering to help you explore these deeper things, to give you an experience of what it means to be connected to life. So it's bridge2partnership.com. I look forward to talking with you. Give me a ring.